Welcome to my channel Rare USA Coin Spot Treasure Hunters and Coin Lovers. Rocket, imagine holding a simple $half in your hand and finding out it could be worth millions. Moneybag today, we're diving into the mysterious world of rare US bicentennial $half. Coins so valuable they could turn pocket change into a life-changing fortune. Stay tuned, because what looks ordinary might just be your golden ticket to unimaginable wealth. Let's get started. The world of rare American coins is full of surprises, and among the most fascinating pieces are the bicentennial $half, often tied to stories of hidden fortunes and unimaginable value. Many collectors are drawn to these coins not just for their patriotic design, but for the mystery surrounding certain dates and minting errors that send their value skyrocketing. While most people see a $half from the 1970s as everyday pocket change, some of these coins, especially those associated with the bicentennial celebrations, are considered treasures in the numismatic community, capable of changing lives overnight. The coin most often confused with the bicentennial $half is the 1971 Kennedy $half, which holds a unique place in U.S. coinage history. Although 1971 itself was not the bicentennial year, the early 1970s marked a shift in coin production, as silver was largely removed from circulation and replaced by copper-nickel clad metal. That change makes certain 1971 $half, especially those struck in error with silver planchets, extraordinarily valuable. Some examples have been discovered to contain 40% silver when they should not, and those coins can command tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Stories of lucky finders stumbling upon these hidden rarities only add to the allure. By 1976, America celebrated its bicentennial, and a mint released a special design for the $half. These coins featured the image of Independence Hall on the reverse and were stamped with the dual date, 1776 to 1976, to honor 200 years of American freedom. Although millions were produced for circulation, the mint also struck collector versions in silver, proof, and uncirculated sets. Among these, certain low mintage issues, deep cameo proofs, and coins with minting errors, like double strikes or off-center images, have achieved staggering values at auctions. Some collectors are even willing to pay in the millions for flawless examples certified by grading services at the highest possible grade. The drama surrounding these coins lies in the thrill of the hunt. Imagine opening an old coin jar or checking your loose change, only to discover that you're holding a $half that the numismatic world craves. There are stories of collectors who purchased bicentennial coin sets decades ago for a few dollars and now sit on assets worth hundreds of thousands. Others have stumbled across error coins with missing details or wrong metals that turn out to be life-changing discoveries. The very idea that something so ordinary could hide such extraordinary wealth is what makes these coins so legendary. Part of the enduring fascination with bicentennial $half comes from their symbolic power. These coins don't just mark 2 centuries of American history. They also embody the spirit of freedom, progress, and national pride. Collectors often see them as more than money. They are pieces of living history, carrying the story of America's journey from revolution to modern power. When such powerful symbols are combined with scarcity and condition, the result is explosive value in the collector's market. The difference between a common bicentennial coin worth 50 cents and a rare specimen worth millions lies in those subtle details. Mint marks, strike quality, or composition that only sharp-eyed collectors recognize. The value of these coins has grown exponentially over the years, driven by the demand for rare Americana. Wealthy collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts all compete for the finest examples, pushing prices ever higher. Auction houses often make headlines when a bicentennial coin fetches record sums, sparking renewed interest and prompting everyday people to dig through their coin jars. The hype feeds into itself, creating a cycle where rarity, history, and speculation combine to elevate these coins to almost mythical status. Some claim that in today's booming collectibles market, certain ultra-rare bicentennial $half could reach prices in the millions, rivaling even the most famous coins in the world. It's not just about money, though. Owning one of these rare half-dollars feels like owning a tangible piece of American heritage. Every scratch, shine, or flaw tells a story of how the coin traveled through history, passing through countless hands before ending up in the possession of someone lucky enough to recognize its true worth. For many, these coins are family heirlooms, discovered in inherited collections or passed down from grandparents who once tucked them away without realizing their potential value. The emotional weight of these coins adds to their allure, blending sentiment with wealth. So, if you ever come across a 1971 Kennedy half-dollar or a bicentennial half-dollar for 1976, don't just see it as spare change. Look closer. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary can be almost invisible to the untrained eye, yet it can mean the difference between 50 cents and millions of dollars. Rare bicentennial half-dollars stand as proof that fortune can be hiding in plain sight, tucked away in a dusty box or waiting in an overlooked roll of coins. In the world of rare coins, these treasures are not only a gateway to unimaginable riches, but also a symbol of the timeless truth. History itself is worth far more than money. Next, coins. The world of coin collecting is filled with surprises, and few coins have captured as much fascination as the bicentennial half-dollar coins. At first glance, these old pieces of pocket change might seem ordinary, but in reality, they hold stories of history, patriotism, and unexpected fortune. Many collectors dream of stumbling upon one of these coins because the right piece, minted under the right conditions, can be worth not just hundreds or thousands, but in some cases, millions of dollars. What once jingled in pockets as everyday currency has now transformed into a glittering treasure that could change someone's financial destiny forever. The bicentennial coins were introduced to celebrate America's 200th anniversary of independence in 1976, featuring the iconic Liberty Bell superimposed against the moon on the reverse side. This striking design stood out from the usual coinage and quickly became a symbol of pride. While millions were minted for circulation, not every coin was created equally. Some were struck in silver, some in special proof conditions, and a handful ended up with minting errors that today are considered priceless rarities. That's where the magic of coin collecting lies. Not every bicentennial half-dollar is valuable, but the rare ones carry unimaginable worth. What makes a coin valuable isn't just its age or design. It's the hidden details most people overlook. A rare minting error, a limited silver strike, or even a small imperfection can turn a standard half-dollar into $1 million marvel. For instance, coins struck on the wrong planchet or with double dies are now legendary among collectors. These flaws that once might have been dismissed as mistakes are now celebrated as treasures. A coin that once bought a soda could now pay off houses, cars, and maybe even set up generations of wealth. That's the extraordinary power of rarity in numismatics. Collectors often say that every coin tells a story, and the bicentennial half-dollar tells one of the most remarkable. Imagine holding in your hand a piece of history that not only commemorates the birth of a nation, but also carries the weight of fortune within its metal. Some of these coins were produced in such limited numbers that only a handful exist today. Owning one is like holding a golden lottery ticket, except it's far more certain in value, because serious collectors and investors are always seeking them out, driving prices higher and higher with each passing year. Even though the majority of bicentennial half-dollars are only worth face value, the possibility of finding that rare gem is what excites people worldwide. It's this thrill of discovery that has made coin hunting a booming passion. Imagine going through a dusty old drawer, a forgotten coin jar, or a box inherited from a relative, only to discover a coin that experts would pay millions to own. Stories like these aren't just myths. They've happened time and again, fueling the belief that fortune is only one coin away. The search for rare bicentennial treasures has become a worldwide obsession. The fascination with these coins doesn't just come from their financial value. They are also a reflection of America's journey, embodying patriotism, artistry, and history all at once. Collectors don't just see them as currency. They see them as works of art, crafted with intention during a pivotal moment in the nation's timeline. That emotional connection is part of what inflates their value, because people are willing to pay incredible amounts for a chance to own not just metal, but a tangible piece of America's spirit. And when rarity is combined with sentiment, prices soar beyond imagination. Now, here's where it gets even more exciting. Some collectors whisper about coins that could be valued in the tens of millions today. When scarcity meets demand, the market explodes, and even the most modest-looking coin can become the centerpiece of a high-stakes auction. Rare bicentennial half dollars are no longer just collectibles. They're investments, assets that grow in value over time. For those lucky enough to own one, holding on to it could mean turning into a millionaire or even a billionaire if the right buyer appears. That's why experts constantly say, if you own one, don't spend it, protect it. In the end, the bicentennial half dollar is more than just a coin. It's a gateway to dreams, a chance for ordinary people to stumble upon extraordinary fortune. Whether tucked away in a forgotten jar or passed down through generations, these coins remind us that history holds treasures waiting to be uncovered. The possibility of turning a single coin into a life-changing fortune is what keeps collectors searching tirelessly. So if you ever come across one, don't let it slip through your hands. It may very well be your ticket to unimaginable wealth and the kind of story people dream of telling for a lifetime. Would you like me to also make this script more dramatic for YouTube delivery, with phrases like, wait until you hear this, or don't scroll away, this could make you rich, so it grabs maximum attention for viewers?